Thank you to Water Wheel Little Horse for their generous donation on Patreon.
Hello, everyone. Oh, shit. You know what? I just realized my microphone didn't even set up yet. I should do that. My name is Deckerlink, the Trained Unprofessional, and welcome back to Extracurricular Activities, episode 101. Yesterday's episode was so amazing, and honestly, I don't feel like starting a new game right now. I just kind of want to keep playing this game, so we're gonna keep fucking playing, so yeah. We only have a couple days left on the Dozer route, so let's just see what is left, y'all. Let's do this. You woke up to Dozer's face in front of yours, one arm under your head and one arm draped over your side, and your bare torsos were pressed together. I don't remember falling asleep in here last night. Last thing I remember was Dozer picking me up to carry me home. I guess that's when I fell asleep, because I don't remember anything after that. My shirt is gone, so I guess he took that off, but I still have my shorts on. He respects some privacy, it seems. I wonder what time it is. I'm pretty much stuck here right now, so I don't think I could go back to sleep. Dozer was snoozing peacefully against you, and you didn't want to disturb his slumber. Something else caught your attention, though. You weren't able to see it, but you could feel a solid boner pressed into your crotch, and it didn't feel like there was anything to restrict it. Is he sleeping naked with me? As carefully as you could, you slid your hand down to your groin and let your hand brush lightly against his quirk. You got your answer, and pulled your hand back immediately. Yep, he's naked. With Dozer's fat meat pressed into you like it was, it didn't take much to get your blood pumping, and you were soon sporting an erection as well. You tried to turn your attention to something else, but it was difficult. Every so often you could feel his quirk bounce against yours. At least he's a heavy sleeper, so maybe it'll just go away before he wakes up. Though I wonder how long he plans on sleeping and what he planned for us to do until we have to go to dinner with Maria and Richard. I'm happy enough just being around him, really. I could stay in bed like this and just cuddle up on the couch with him all day and be perfectly content. I'm sure he has something fun in mind. Only one thing was on your mind, though, despite how much you tried to focus on other thoughts. It started when Dozer yawned and he squeezed you tight into his body. Morning, Grant. Good morning. You sleep well? He nodded and yawned again, and you felt him grinding his hip against you. I did. I was having a pretty good dream, if you couldn't tell. How long have I been pressed into you like that? Since I woke up, like 20 minutes ago. He squeezed you into his body again and kissed your forehead, seemingly carefree that his boner was pressing into you. Sorry about that. I hope it didn't bother you too much. I wake up like that more often than not. Now that I'm awake, it'll soften up. It's okay. He grinned and rested his forehead against yours. His hands ran up and down your back, keeping you held against his bulk. Seems to have had a similar effect on you. Yeah, once you noticed it. The look on his face shifted to a mixture of shock and hurt after you said that. I didn't notice it when I first woke up. It really surprised me. Oh, I guess that's not really surprising. What do you mean? What's not surprising? He wasn't joking when he said he'd go soft once he was awake. It didn't take long at all for him to become flaccid, and you had no longer felt him pressing into you. That you didn't notice it. I get it now. That's not what I meant at all. I was groggy when I woke up, and it took a moment for me to realize where I was and how I got here. All my surroundings didn't register at once. Once all that clicked, the first thing I noticed was your fat quirk jammed into mine. There's no way I'm not going to notice that huge package when it's pressing into me, especially when you're as hard as you were. You ran your hand down his side over his thigh. After a moment of hesitation, you dropped your hands to his balls, cupping them in your hand and making him inhale quickly. You're huge, so... They were hot, loose, and heavy, and you only fondled him for a moment before moving your hand away. Doing that wasn't helping your erection fade any faster. Just remember, I know how big you are, okay? I'm really impressed with your size. You're so confident about the rest of your body, so show some confidence about your big dick, too. It definitely does the trick for me, if you couldn't tell. You grinned sheepishly and pushed your hips forward, grinding against him.
Thanks, Grant. It always helps to hear that.
I'll tell you as many times as I need to. I want you to be happy and feel good about yourself. Everything looks and feels big, and it suits the rest of your body, so don't forget that. His hulking arms wrapped around you, and he hugged you in close, tangling his legs up with yours as he rubbed his hands over your back.
Thank you.
You're my big dragon kaiju. I want you to have that beastly confidence about your entire body.
I think I can do that since I have you.
He kissed your head and rolled towards the edge of the bed after releasing you. Yep, see? I knew it. I knew there would be a penis in here somewhere.
It's time to get our day started. I'm gonna run to the bathroom, then go make some breakfast for us, and we can talk about our plans for the day.
Your eyes were drawn to between his legs, and his eyes followed them.
Right after I put on some underwear. There we go. You can join in the kitchen in a few.
Next time we wake up together like that, I hope we can have some real fun. I guess I need to find my shirt, then I'll go to the kitchen. What are you gonna make for breakfast today?
Sausage, eggs, biscuits, and gravy. Does it sound good?
That sounds amazing.
Have a seat and I'll get to work on it. It shouldn't take too long.
There's nothing I can help with?
You can crack the eggs for me, that'd help. I'll get a bowl for you and you can crack half a dozen eggs.
Sure, I can handle that. Dozer passed you a bowl and you retrieved the eggs to crack, chatting with him while you worked. What'd you have in mind for today?
I'm not gonna lie, I suck at coming up with ideas for dates, so I searched online for something.
What'd you come up with?
Say no if you're not interested in it, but something I saw that could be fun was a pottery class.
Really? Pottery?
Yeah, I was thinking we could go and make some pots or something, then we could swing by a local nursery and get a plant for them. It might sound kind of cheesy, so I don't know if you'd really be into that or not.
I don't want to shoot it down. Sounds fun.
Yeah?
Yeah, it does. Never done anything like that, and since you have all your plants, a pot that we made ourselves for one would be great. It's kind of romantic in a way.
I thought so too, so I'm happy to hear you say that. There's a place that does classes near the city, and it starts at 11. We'll eat breakfast, get dressed, then head off. After we're finished with that, we'll just head over to the shelter and hang out there until dinner.
Sounds like a good plan. While you talked, Dozer cooked breakfast and he served it up as soon as everything was ready.
You coming back home with me later, right?
If you want me to, I certainly wouldn't mind.
Of course I want you to. I'd be here alone otherwise. Why not squeeze some more time in with my boyfriend?
That sounds good to me. Do you have anything in mind for that then?
Maybe. I'll have to think a little more about that.
What's the maybe?
I was thinking about giving you another massage.
I'm always down for that, so I can get behind the idea.
I figured as much. That's one thing we'll do then. We can just chill and watch TV.
While cuddling on the couch.
I'll even scratch your head for you.
Even better then. Sounds like we have a great day ahead of us.
I hope so.
Alright, come to think of it. We're supposed to go to the gym in the morning, so I'll be coming back with you no matter what.
That's right, I forgot all about that.
We have to find some information for you about the lifting competition.
I guess so. We're mostly going to work out though.
Yeah, we'll do that too. Dozer made quick work of his breakfast, then began cleaning up right away. By the time you finished eating, you had to rinse your plate and load it into the dishwasher.
Once I put on some clothes, we can go.
You can just walk out like you are now, I don't mind.
You might not, but I'm not so sure about everyone else.
He grabbed the waistband of his underwear and bounced his junk around, grinning at you while he did.
I don't need you being all distracted either.
Oh,
I'll be back in a minute.
What a tease. Dozer's joined with you again after putting on some new clothes, and then you left for the pottery class. A short trip later, and you found yourself in a building located not too far from the apartments.
This seems to be the place. Greetings! Are you here for today's beginner pottery making class? Yes, we are. Great, I'm the instructor, Mr. Evans. Oh, it's Mr. Evans, okay. Mr. Evans. If you'll just follow me, I'll get you both signed in for today. And the class starts in about 15 minutes and will last for a couple of hours. Is this your first time joining us? Yes, it is. Excellent. Dozer was handed a clipboard and a pen. Do you have any goals for being here today? Well, we just wanted to try something new today, and I figured why not make a pod? Gardening is a hobby of mine, so I thought making a pod could be fun. I see. No, that's not a bad idea at all, and it's definitely something you can learn here. At the end of the day's class, you should have a basic pot ready to be fired, and if you enjoy it, we offer other classes through the day for more advanced pottery designs. After Dozer handed the clipboard back, he motioned to a wall adorned shelves of a couple of items like cups, plates, and pots. Everything on the wall was made by students here, so take a look at that while we wait for class to begin. I have a few more things to prepare, so if you'll excuse me. Mr. Evans left you and Dozer to look at the creations on the wall. Looks like he's had some talented students come through. A few of these pieces look really complex. Yeah. Some of these pots are really pretty. They'd make such nice homes for my plants. Most of my pots are really plain, so if we could make something nice, it would liven things up more, don't you think? Yeah, good. I wonder if I could even make pots for my bonsai trees. I bet you could. While you and Dozer looked over the wall, a few more people entered the building and signed in. Alright everyone, it's about time to start with today's class. If you all take a seat at one of the pottery wheels and direct your attention to the projector screen, we'll begin with the basics of throwing your first pot. You and Dozer sat down and Mr. Evans walked around the room, handing chunks of clay to everyone in the room. I'd like to welcome you all to today's beginner pottery class. I'm Mr. Evans and I'll be your instructor for today. The first thing I'd like you all to do is to take the clay I just gave you and shape it into a ball. Just rotate it around your hands, slapping the corners inward and rolling it around until you have a ball. It doesn't have to be perfectly round either, so don't worry about that. Once your ball is ready, we'll start by centering your clay on the wheel. As he talked, he sat down at a wheel and began walking everyone through the basics of getting started. It wasn't long at all before your dream came true. It wasn't long before your hands were coated in water and clay as you followed along with the teacher. Dozer appeared to be having greater success than you were at getting started. What the heck, Dozer? You're making this look easy. What'd you expect? I'm really good with my hands. You just gotta take it slow and steady. You sure you've never done this before? I'm pretty sure I haven't. We'll see how things start to look as we shape it into something. All we're doing now is making sure our clay is centered. I can't seem to get that right. Your hands don't look like they're positioned correctly, so that might have something to do with it. You're using your palm and not the base of your thumb when you're pressing down, so it's making things wobbly. You have to be the one in control of clay. Your hands may guide and tell it where it can and can't go. Mr. Evans just said that too. Wasn't sure you heard it since you're kind of letting your clay go wherever it wants. Take control. Show it who's boss. Okay. Mr. Evans went over the idea quite a few times until he made sure everyone in the room had their clay centered, and then he moved on to shaping it into a basic pot. Now that you all have your clay secured on the center of your wheel, we're going to use our thumb to create a hole in the middle of the clay to start pulling from. We're going to start off by making just a cylinder at first, and once you have that down, we'll start experimenting with other shapes. Once your hole is made in the center, we are going to keep our right hand on the outside and use our fingers on the left hand on the inside to begin pulling the walls and light and then up. Remember, keep everything wet so you don't get any dry spots. We don't have any issues keeping it wet, will you, Dozer? Not with these big hands, I got plenty of water on there. That's not what I meant at all. He started the next step with Dozer, working carefully to pull the clay up to make a cylinder. It was a slow and tedious process for you, but you managed to get it to stand several inches tall. Hey, looking good there.
Thanks, I think I'm getting the hang of it.
Mine won't be as tall as yours, but it'll be wider due to the size of my hand.
Just like something else, right?
He looked at you with a raised brow and you gave him a wink. With a roll of his eyes, he shook his head, chuckled, and turned back to his clay. Shut up, Darius.
Darius, don't do that to me.
All he did was grin.
Alright guys, once your cylinder is set, we're going to do something crazy with it. I want you to keep pulling up on it, and you're going to keep pulling it until you break it. You'll really get to test the limits of your work and see how it feels and acts. Really? All the work we put into it, we're just gonna mess it up?
I guess it's all part of the learning process. Let's see how tall I can make mine before it's ruined.
He watched as his cylinder got taller and taller before it collapsed and started slapping around.
Is that a common problem for you to have? You know, just going limp after being worked over too much?
You already know the answer to that question. You got to find out firsthand. Immediately, he blushed and turned his attention back to his clay, which flopped over almost right away. With your cylinders destroyed, Mr. Evans gathered the scraps after showing you how to remove them from the wheel, and then he passed on more clay. Now, repeat everything you just did, and instead of making a cylinder, just experiment and see what you can do. I don't expect you to destroy this one if you don't want to, and if you end up liking what you make, we can do more with it. You have a whole hour to work, so make use of the time.
We can keep having fun with it now. Let's try to make something worth keeping.
I'll try, but I can't make any promises.
As long as you don't break it, I think you'll be good.
For the next hour, you spent your time working the clay into an acceptable shape. Your final pot ended up a little lopsided, but overall you were pleased with the result. Dozer's pot looked more professional, and he chose a completely different design for his. While yours looked like a normal pot, his was wider, shorter, and on the shallow side. He was focused on making it look as clean as possible. Did you design yours specifically for bonsai? It looks like something that would be perfect for their compact root system.
I did. I wanted to try it, and I think this will be perfect for that.
It looks like it will be. Mr. Evans popped up between you and Dozer. Looking good, guys. Were you planning on keeping yours?
Yeah, I wanted to make them as flower pots, so we'd like to keep them.
In that case, we need to make sure we put a drainage hole in the bottom of them, and I'll need more information from you. We'll have to keep the pots here for a little while longer, so we can fire them and make them suitable for use. On top of that, if you want to, you can come back another day to glaze them and make them look pretty. Oh, we can't take them today? You want them to be durable, so we will fire them in a kiln and get them where they need to be. It takes some time for that. You can always come back next weekend to pick them up.
What about the following weekend? We'll be out of town next weekend.
That'll be fine too. I'll just make a note of it and you guys will be fine with that. Fine for that. Let me help you get things finalized, and I'll get the extra info, and you guys will be set.
Okay, that sounds great then.
With your pots finished, you washed your hands, and Dozer went to make the needed finalizations for your class. You were just admiring more of the completed projects when Dozer joined you. All set?
Yeah. We're scheduled to come back in 2 weeks so we can finalize them.
Cool. It was fun making the pot, so getting to paint it should be fun.
I think so too. We're going to skip going to the nursery today, since we won't have the pots for a couple more weeks. We might as well wait on picking out a plant for them. We can make sure we get something that will suit the pots.
That makes sense. I guess we should just head to the shelter now and hang out with Maria or Richard.
Unless you wanted to have something else in mind, I'm fine with that.
Oh, if we walk, we can stop at the tea shop and get some tea first, since it's on the way.
That sounds like a great idea. I could even pick up tea from Maria for having me over for dinner.
I'm sure she'd love that.
Let's do it then. Does it look like it's gonna rain to you?
Not yet. It's kind of cloudy, but it doesn't look like it's a little rain.
It would certainly be a shame if it decided to start pouring on our way home tonight.
You'd like that, wouldn't you?
You know what happened the last time we got stuck running through the rain, so can you blame me?
He patted his hand against your butt and chuckled. No, I don't suppose I can.
Think you'd ever be down to do that again?
I don't know, maybe.
Well, maybe isn't a no, so I'll keep that in mind.
The tea shop was only a block away, so it was a short walk for you and Dozer. During the walk, Dozer's hand brushed against yours a few times, so you took the chance to press your hand into his, clasping them together. You glanced up at him to catch a smile spread over his face. He bumped into you and kept you held close during the walk. Welcome to Curiosity! Can I interest you guys in a taste of our mystery tea for the week? Oh, you're the one that guessed it right earlier this week. Welcome back. Did you already finish off the tea you bought?
Not at all. We were passing by and decided to get a couple of fresh cups brewed. And I needed to pick up a gift for a friend, so I was just gonna get another small bag for her.
Oh, wonderful. What kind of tea were you like brewed today?
I'd like a cup of Summer's Retreat.
Oh, perfect choice. And for you?
I'd like to get a cup of the mystery tea. We tried it out the other day and I liked it.
Oh, holy shit. Alright, I'll get that prepared right away while you decide what else you'd like.
Thanks. What kind of tea do you think Maria would like?
I have no idea. She'd probably... God damn!
Like the same thing I ordered. Really, she'll love anything you pick out for her. I think that one was the orange strawberry green tea. It's a good flavor, so we'll grab a few ounces of that one for her. I'll grab some of the honey they sell here too, just in case she likes to add something sweet to her tea. And don't forget, I need to brew some of that tea I got the other day for you too. I haven't done that yet.
Tonight then.
Or tomorrow. I can brew some tea, make some cookies, and we can sit on the porch and enjoy our day.
Sounds like a nice idea too. I'm down for that. You waited at the counter with Dozer, and his hand was pressed against your back, idly rubbing into you. It was only a few minutes before the associate popped back up. Aww. Alright, here are your drinks. Did you decide on what else you wanted?
I'd like 3 ounces of the orange strawberry green tea and a small bottle of honey as well. And that'll be all for us today.
Fantastic! Let me bag that and then I'll get you all rung up. While he gathered the rest of the purchase and began ringing you up, he kept talking. I hope you guys don't mind me saying, but you make an absolutely adorable couple.
Thanks. I didn't realize we made it that obvious.
I saw you holding hands before you got in here, and the last I checked, guy friends don't hold hands. You two are just the cutest things I've seen in here all week. Your face is on fire, and even Dozer was blushing now. Thanks. So here's your orange strawberry tea. I snuck in a little extra, but it'll be our little secret. And here's the honey, that's everything. So let's get you boys checked out, and you can be on your way. Dozer paid for everything, and then you two were on your way. That was unexpected.
It was, but doesn't it make you feel good?
Dozer grabbed your hand, squeezing it tight.
I can't think of a time where anyone ever threw that kind of compliment to me and Harvey. It just makes me feel good to hear someone come out and say it like that. Did it bother you?
No, it didn't bother me. Motherfucker. It didn't bother me any. Just felt a little embarrassed by it, but it made me feel good too.
Right? Someone thinks we make a cute couple.
He let go of your hand and put his arm over your shoulder instead, pulling you over against him. Were you and Harvey pretty open about your relationship?
Everyone knew, yeah. There weren't many openly gay people in our town, but me and Harvey didn't care. People would look at us funny, and there were a couple of times people shamed us for it, but we never let that get in our way. We just did our own thing. It's not like we were making out in public or anything like that. We'd hold hands and maybe share a quick kiss, but it was never anything huge.
I see.
He was all about making sure everyone knew we were together. I think that was partially due to him feeling insecure, though. He didn't want anyone to try to take me from him.
Did that ever get on your nerves?
Not really. I understood how he felt, and it made me feel special. To me, he thought highly enough of me that he was afraid that other people would come along and try to snatch me away. I always made sure to let him know, though, that my heart was only for him. At least, it used to be. You're different, though. You don't seem to be as needy as he was.
I try not to be. I don't think I need constant reassurance. You do a pretty good job at making me feel important already.
Well, that's good to hear. I worry sometimes if I'm good enough for you.
Really?
You're a great guy, so I just don't, I don't want you to leave me for someone else, I guess.
Aw, Dozer. I'm happy with you, so that's not something you need to worry about.
It's just a little bug in the back of my mind.
We'll have to squash that bug then.
Yeah.
While you were walking with Dozer, his phone started to ring.
Oh, it's my mom. Hey, Mama, how you doing today? That's good. I'm doing great, too. I'm out with Grant, and we are going to have dinner with his friend in a little bit. She says hi, Grant.
Hello, Dozer's mom.
She said hello back to you. What are you up to today?
Oh, that's fine, we can talk.
Huh? Yeah. Is everything okay? You're making me worry, so you might as well tell me now. What?
Dozer stopped walking and the look on his face shifted drastically.
You did? Mom, I don't know if I can do that. I'll have to think about it. We'll talk about it more tomorrow. Yeah. Okay. Love you.
He put his phone in his pocket and stood there staring down at the ground. Dozer, are you okay?
I don't know.
Is your mom okay?
Yeah, she's fine.
He started walking again with him, but his focus was stuck on the ground. What is it then?
She was calling to me about my dad.
Him? What was she calling you about him?
She said he wants to see me. It's been like 10 years, but he wants to see me now?
Did she not say anything else about that?
She said she had coffee with him yesterday and that he wants to see me. Why in the hell would I want to see that bastard? Grah!
Dozer spiked his cup into the ground, setting ice and what was left of his tea everywhere. Whoa, Dozer, calm down!
After 10 fucking years, why would he want to see me now?
I don't know. Maybe he just wants to talk to you again. Just pick up your cup and let's go to the shelter and we can talk more in my room. His eyes were full of rage and he turned his attention to you, but after a moment his expression softened.
I'm sorry, Grant.
He scooped up his cup and all the pieces that had shattered from it.
What a waste. I still had some left.
He strolled along beside Dozer in silence the rest of the way back home. Nobody seemed to be around at the time, so you went straight to your room.
I'm really sorry about snapping like I did, Grant. It blows my mind that man would want to see me out of nowhere. How could he benefit from trying to come back into my life all of a sudden?
The bed groaned as he fell face first onto it, and you pulled your chair over to sit next to him. You put your hand against his back, rubbing around slowly.
What should I do? Mom saw him. She even said she forgave him for all that he did. How? How could she after all he put us through?
You only speak highly about her, so I'd imagine it takes some real strength to do something like that.
I don't know if I could do that, though. All I can ever think about is punching him in the face.
I don't think you have that in you, though.
I don't know. What would you do?
Ooh, this is tough.
The majority says see him.
I think I'd see him.
Really?
I can't imagine what he put you through, Dozer, but there must be a good reason he wants to see you again. And your mom must have seen something that made her forgive him, even go so far as to telling you that he wants to see you. I'd imagine your mom has a good understanding of how much you resent him.
Yeah, she does.
So there has to be a really good reason for him to want to see you all of a sudden. Maybe you should give him a chance.
I don't know if I can, though. What if I snap? What if I can't control my anger and I hit him? I don't know that I'd be able to stop.
Just make something more public then.
Would you go with me?
This is something you have to do on your own, but I could be nearby.
I guess I'll think more about it.
Whatever you decide to do, I'll be here for you, Dozer.
Thanks, Grant. Knock, knock, knock. Come in.
I thought I heard your voice when you guys get back here.
Maybe 10 minutes ago. I don't think anyone else was here.
Me and Maria just got back. Had to carry her to the store and grab a few more things for dinner. I wasn't interrupting anything, was I?
No, we're just talking.
Uh-huh. Well, you should go say hi to Maria whenever you're done.
There's nothing to be done with. Let's go say hi to Maria before Richard can get to her. Hello, boys. I didn't realize you were here. We didn't know you were here either until Richard told us. What have you been up to today? You're here a little earlier than expected. Dozer took us to a pottery class this afternoon, and we were gonna go to a nursery afterwards to get plants for the pots we made. But we won't actually have the pots for a couple of weeks, so we decided to wait for them on the nursery trip. Pottery! That sounds like a lot of fun.
It was fun. The instructor was great, and it was pretty relaxing.
If you guys do that again, you'll have to take me along.
Certainly. I bet you'll have a lot of fun with it, too. I don't suggest wearing gloves or something. I'd just suggest wearing gloves or something in your case, so you don't get clay and all in your fur. That was a real mess to clean off of my hands.
It wasn't that bad.
Your hands aren't as big as mine either.
True. Well, you boys have a seat. I need to go put up some groceries, then we can talk a little bit more. It'll be a few more hours before I start dinner, so we have some time to chat. Sure thing. Figured as much.
Before you go, though, here.
Dozer handed her the items he purchased for her earlier. What's this?
Since you invited me over for dinner, I got you a little gift. It's some tea and honey.
What a marvelous gift! I haven't brewed any tea like this in a while, and I have a perfect pot for it. Thank you so much! I'll have to make some more of this tonight.
You're welcome. I hope you like the flavor.
It smells wonderful, so I imagine it'll taste just as good. She hugged the bag to her chest and then pranced off to the kitchen. You and Dozer took a seat on the couch and went along before Maria returned. How's the plant I gave you doing, Dozer?
So far, so good. It's sprouted some small roots already, and so I'll transfer it to a pot once they get a little longer. I'm looking forward to seeing it grow more.
They grow quickly, too. I suggest putting it in a hanging pot. They grow so nice like that.
I'll keep that in mind. I have an empty hook where all of my plants are, so that'll be good use of it. I think I still have an old pot I can recycle too. I don't think it's a hanging one though.
Oh, I know this neat way to use some twine so you can wrap it around the pot and make it into a hanging pot.
You'll have to show me then. I like to reuse what I can.
Oh yeah, that reminds me of something we wanted to talk to you about, Maria. What is it? About making the shelter more environmentally friendly. Dozer, do you want to take over? Well, this sounds interesting. I'm all ears.
Well, the idea is just producing less waste around your home, though, through means of reduce, reuse, and recycle. A lot of trash around the home can be recycled in some way. Bottles, cans, paper, and plenty of other things can be recycled. On top of that, a lot of food waste can be reused as compost to keep it from going into a landfill. Since you have gardens out front, compost would do wonders for that, and since you own this place, having your own compost would be easy. You could build one in the backyard, no problem.
Build what? We building something? I can get my tools, we need them.
Richard can be quite the handyman, so I'm sure he can handle something like that.
Like what?
Sit down and listen. Dozer was telling me about how we can be more environmentally safe.
I was telling her that a compost bin could be built in the backyard. A lot of food waste and even waste from the yard can be dumped into it and then used later with gardening. I could direct you to some websites about it, and if Richard can build a bin for it, that'd be a big plus.
What's the point of this?
to help the world, basically. The less stuff we send to landfills, the better.
Exactly. You'd be amazed at the stuff you could put in compost. Most food scraps, hair and fur, nail clippings, shredded paper. There's so much that can be composted instead of being thrown in the trash.
The conversation carried on, and Dozer explaining a variety of different ideas that would help the shelter reduce the amount of trash it produced.
So, why would you do all this? Sounds like a pain.
It might sound like it, but when you start doing it, you realize that there isn't much difference from what you're doing now. Every little thing we can do to make our world a better place is worth it.
I think it sounds like a fantastic idea. I'll contact our trash service and see if they have a recycling pickup as well. It's never really something I've thought about, but it makes so much sense when you talk about it. There's no reason why we shouldn't be doing this. We'll start making changes right away. That means you have to build a compost bin, Richard.
Oh, in that case, I'll handle that tomorrow. As a matter of fact, I'll go look at designs right now and see what kind of stuff I need.
He gets so excited when he gets to build something. I think all of the ideas are great, Dozer, so I'll do what I can here. In the long run, it sounds like we can save some money, Tim. It can save me some money, too.
It can, so there are great benefits to changing your lifestyle just a little bit.
Well, I'm all for it.
Great, I'll get you some links for you later and forward them over to Grant.
Perfect. I think I need a snack. I haven't eaten in a while. Would either of you like anything?
We haven't eaten in a while either, so well, if you want to do an early dinner, I'd be down for that.
That isn't a bad idea, actually. I don't have to wait to cook dinner if everyone's hungry now. Ooh, oh, Richard!
What are you yelling for, woman?
Are you hungry?
I can always eat. You gonna make us a snack?
I think I'm gonna start dinner now. Everyone seems to be hungry, so there's no reason for us to wait.
It's fine by me.
Good, then come help me prepare some things.
What? Can't they help you?
They're guests tonight.
Grant ain't no guest. He lives here.
He's a guest tonight, so you get to help me.
But I want to look up how to build your compost thing.
Oh, please, you can do that later tonight. Quit whining and come help me, or you're not eating when it's done.
I want that food though.
He's wrapped around her finger, isn't he?
I don't think it's like that. He definitely does what he can to help her out and make her happy, though. She'll use that to her advantage sometimes, but it's never for anything much. They really do. They get along great.
I see. I'm glad they both seemed interested in a greener lifestyle.
I think Richard was into it just because he gets to build something. Maria, though, I knew it was something she'd get behind. She just needed the information and a little encouragement.
The more people that we give the information to, the better. I'll prepare a whole little document with information about it, and we can even use it as flyers for the event we do with the team.
We need to talk to Coach about that still and see what he thinks.
Yeah, we should have done that yesterday, but I didn't even think about it.
Same here. Let's be sure to do it Monday.
I'll make a note about it in my phone, so that way I won't forget.
Looks like I missed some texts from Harvey, too.
Oh? He was just asking what we're up to today, so it's nothing important.
Dozer spent a short amount of time texting back and forth with Harvey before he put his phone away and turned his attention to you.
There we go. I just let him know what we did and what we got planned for the day. That way, I don't think he'll text me expecting a reply, since he knows we'll be together.
I gotcha.
I really don't want any interruptions tonight. I just want to enjoy my time with you.
I can get behind that. We had Spencer with us last night, so it'll be nice to just have the two of us tonight.
Sorry if I ruined the mood by inviting him.
You didn't ruin anything. I had a great night with the both of you. And I'll have an even better night with only you.
Let's hope so. So, while those two cook dinner, what should we do?
I don't know. I imagine it'd be about an hour until it's ready. The majority say show the plants, so we go with that. Oh yeah, there's something I could show you in my room. I forgot about it. I think you'll really like it, so come on.
What do you want to show me?
Check out what I have in the window.
Oh, it's a little greenhouse. Looks like you have a whole bunch of sprouts in here too. I didn't even notice the first time I was in here. How awesome. What kind of plants are they?
One is a moonflower vine, and the other was a philodendron? Yeah, that's right.
Looks like they're coming up nicely. They'll start pushing off the lid soon, so you can just leave that off.
Oh, okay.
You know, the philodendron might be the perfect one for one of the pots we made. I bet they'd look really nice in one. Can't say I'm familiar with the moonflower though, so I'll have to look that up. Who made you want to do this?
I wanted to do something nice for you, and I thought you might like this.
You mean you're growing these for me?
Yeah, I guess I should have waited a little longer, but I wanted to show them to you now since they're doing so well.
Aww.
He wrapped his arms around you, and he hoisted you off the ground as he squeezed the life out of you.
That's so sweet of you. I love the thought. By the time we have our pots, they should be plenty big enough to transfer. Though if the moonflower is a vine, it might not be as suited for a pot like what we made.
Well, let's look it up then. He sat down at the computer and proceeded to pull up pictures of moonflowers.
Okay, yeah, that kind of vine we won't want to grow in a pot if they're gonna end up 8 feet long. I can get a planter box and put it out on the porch, then run some twine for it to grow up through. That'd look really nice.
Oh yeah, that'd be cool. There'd be 10 of them planted in. There are like 10 of them planted in there, so that'd be good enough for something that looks good.
Yeah, that'd be plenty. Ooh, but look at that one too.
You pointed at another plant that had popped up on your screen, and then to another, then another, and then another. You scrolled through pages of plants with them standing behind you. It wasn't until there was a knock at your door that you realized how much time had passed.
Dinner, fellas.
We've been here nearly an hour already.
It's a good way to pass the time. I love reading about plants.
Time to go, though. Time to eat, though. Alright, I hope you guys are hungry because we prepared quite the meal.
I think we went a little overboard.
Nonsense, we have 2 growing boys here. I think I made just barely enough.
I'm glad you made plenty, Maria. Look at the spread on the table. I'm drooling just looking at it.
We have pan-seared salmon done with honey and soy glaze. I made white rice to go along with it, and then we have roasted potatoes, steamed broccoli, and cauliflower, corn on the cob, fresh salad, and with more veggies and fresh baked green beans.
Whoa, you went all out, Maria.
I did. Now sit and eat. Everything is ready for us to just dig in. Dishes were passed around the table, and you loaded your plate with all the different food that you could fit. Dozer didn't let the size of his plate limit him, though, piling up food as high as he could balance it. As soon as his plate was in front of him, he wasted no time shoveling the food into his mouth.
Oh, Maria, Richard, this food is so good. The salmon is cooked to perfection, and it's so flavorful. And these vegetables, just so good. Everything is great.
It's all Maria this time. I only helped her prep shit, so the rest is all on her.
Oh my, I'm so happy you like it. Richard was quite helpful in the kitchen, though, so I wouldn't have been able to do so much without any help.
Welcome back.
Thank you both for the amazing dinner, then. It's all delicious.
Dozer basically inhaled his food, but Maria made plenty more for him to have seconds.
So, Maria tells me you're in school for physical therapy.
Yes, sir. Next semester is my last, so I'll graduate soon.
You don't have to call me sir. I ain't an old man yet.
Are you sure? You were just complaining about your back in the kitchen and how you felt like an old man.
Damn it, Maria, really?
Oh, hush up. He wants to know if there's anything you might suggest for dealing with back pain. I told him you might have some advice because of your field and study.
Let the man eat, Maria. We ain't gonna bother him with it. I'll get over it.
I don't mind, Richard. I do what I do because I like to help people. Is it pain you've been experiencing for a while?
Couple of weeks now. I probably just strained myself is all.
I bet it was when you were lifting those bags of soil and gravel for me when we were working outside.
I could do it. If you hurt yourself lifting stuff, that pain will go away after a few weeks generally.
I told you it'd go away.
Well, if it persists for too much longer, it's something I'd suggest getting checked out. In the meantime, there are a few things I'd try. Try taking an anti-inflammatory for it, and that should help relieve some of the pain. Combine that with hot and cold compresses, and you should notice a big difference.
Sounds about right. I've not really been doing any of that.
You could try some light yoga or exercises to keep the pain away too. It's good for your body, regardless.
Yoga? I ain't doing none of that lady stuff.
Man or woman, yoga is great for keeping your body and mind in good condition. I really suggest giving it a try.
I can do it with you, Richard. It wouldn't be a bad idea.
We'll see.
One last thing I'll suggest to you is something I can help with before you guys run off to the store.
What's that?
I could give you your back a quick massage and see if it helps.
Do we encourage the idea or do we stay silent?
Alright, everyone says encourage, so here we go. That'd be a great idea. You'll feel so relaxed after he's done with you, Richard.
I suppose you've experienced a first-hand happy ending and all.
Yeah, well, he gave me a massage after practice because he ran all over, carrying me off the courts and wore me out. Felt amazing afterwards. His hands really do work wonders.
They look like they could crush a man, and that's what I need to get through my thick skin.
And I'm sure I won't have any problem with you. So would you like me to do that?
You know, I really hate to be a bother about it, but I'll take you up on that offer.
It's no bother, I just hope it helps.
It's settled then. I'll take care of the dishes and you can take care of Richard.
Grant can help you with the dishes too.
Yeah, I'll be able to help with that. I told you earlier, you're a guest tonight. You will do no such thing.
Oh, let that guy help you. There's not that much to do.
All the more reason that I can handle it on my own.
Let's see what happens if we try to help anyway. I won't have anything else to do while I wait for them, so I'll be helping you.
Oh, fine, I'll allow it this one time. Good. Now keep eating. I still see food on the table.
You don't have to ask me twice.
Long after you were done, Dozer was still going, and he didn't stop until there was nothing left to eat.
Christ, you can really put away the food, can't you?
Sure can. Gotta keep this bulk up.
Love that you have such an appetite. I don't like keeping leftovers.
You know I'll eat them, though.
You do, but I still don't like having them in the refrigerator.
You'd never have leftovers with me around. Your cooking is fantastic.
Thank you, Dozer. I'm happy you enjoyed it. It's time to handle the dishes now.
Alright, let's take care of it.
What's the best place for you to lie down and be comfortable, Richard?
Probably my bed. There's not really anywhere else that'll fit comfortably.
Makes sense. Lead the way and I'll get you back handled.
Sure, we'll be back in my room then.
Try not to hurt him, Dozer.
Don't you worry, I'll be fine.
Richard led Dozer down the hallway back to his room, and you went with Maria to the kitchen.
Thanks for inviting us over for dinner tonight, Maria. Of course, I'm happy to have Dozer here with us. How are things going between you two?
Good. Things are going really good between us.
Wonderful. You two seem to be getting along great. Did he happen to see the plants you're growing for him?
He did, and he loves it. Once more, thank you for that, too.
It was my pleasure, dear. It just makes me so happy to see you happy with him. The way he looks at you, too. The look in his eyes speak volumes. You can just see how much he cares about you when he looks at you. Same goes for you. I can see it whenever you look at him.
Oh, really?
It's really precious.
You and Maria said about rinsing out dishes and loading them into the dishwasher. With the dishes handled, you helped clean the rest of the kitchen. Since you both were working on it, the kitchen was made spotless soon.
I suppose it was a good idea to have you helping me with this. Felt like it took no time at all to take care of things. Thank you so much for helping.
You cooked for us. It's the least I could do.
It's time to go get Richard and go get the compresses for his back.
I really hope those help. The poor man has been in a lot of pain lately, and he tries his best to hide it. He's so stubborn.
I'm sure it'll help out. I trust what advice Dozer gave him will do him some good.
Not to mention he's back there getting a back rub while we're in here working.
You're right.
I'll go get them, I suppose.
He dropped down on the couch while Maria went to fetch the other two. She returned soon with both of them in tow. How do you feel, Richard?
Amazing. It's been a long time since I felt that kind of relief in my back. You're right about his hands being magic.
I'm jealous now.
I can help you out too if you need it. I deal with men and women.
You might just have to help me, but that'll be for another day. We need to go get these things for Richard.
Hot and cold compresses should be more than enough. Like I said though, if it doesn't feel better within a couple more weeks, you should find your back and you find your back is still hurting, you should go see a doctor.
Thanks, Dozer. You'll have to come back and give me a full body massage sometime. I wouldn't mind those hands on me again.
Alright, the majority say stay silent. That'll cost you.
I'll gladly pay for it.
All right, you, that's enough of that. Let's go. It was a pleasure having you both here tonight. We'll do it again soon.
Thank you so much for having me over, Maria. The food was delicious, so I'll look forward to doing this again.
Anytime. You two have a great night.
You too, Maria and Richard.
Later, guys. Have some fun tonight.
Oh my goodness, Richard. Let's go.
Time for us to get going, too. I'll grab some clean clothes and we can go. Alright, sounds good. We better make this quick. It feels like it might start raining at any moment. Yeah, the bus won't be by for a little while, so we're just as well off walking. Unless you want to get wet, we had better start jogging then. The majority said jog. Let's jog. I don't want to be wet. Alright, so that's what happens if we pick jog. I don't mind walking this time. If we get wet, we get wet. I have clean clothes in my bag. Alrighty then. How'd Richard do with the massage? We get more content with walking, so we'll do that. How'd Richard do with the massage? He's a real moaner. What? The man makes all sorts of noises to show that he's enjoying it. If you didn't know what was going on, you'd get the wrong idea with all the moaning and groaning. He's really vocal. That's amusing. Maria seemed a little concerned when she came into the room. I guess she's never heard him like that before. His body was really tough, so I had to put a lot of muscle into it. He definitely didn't mind, though. He whined at Maria, then she came to get us. When she came to get us, he didn't want me to leave. I know that feeling. Just wait till we get home, then. I'll take care of you. He pulled you over and kissed the side of your head. Thunder sounded a bit closer. There's a flash of lightning, too. Maybe we should hurry up, then. If there's lightning, we don't want to be out here. Yeah, let's pick up the pace. You said that and felt a drop of water land on you. And I just felt a raindrop. Yep, I felt one, too. I don't think we're going to make it before the rain starts, but we should hurry now. Yep. Well, that looks like we're a little wet. Sky fell out on us before we got back. Yeah, we're drenched now. Being careful. I'm gonna take a really quick shower, then you can take one. Yours might take a little longer than mine. Sure. Get out of your wet clothes too, and I'll wash them after I shower. Alrighty. Time to get comfortable. You stripped off most of your clothes and hopped onto the couch to wait for him. Barely 10 minutes seemed to pass before you popped back out of the shower. Alright, your turn. That was quick. I soaped up and rinsed off. I wanted to be quick so you could get in there. Well, thanks. I'll go get cleaned up now. Just head back to my room when you're done. And when you shower, make sure you're clean. Can do. I'd like to think I'm always clean after a shower. I mean, make sure you're really clean, like inside and out. Use the bathroom first, then really get yourself clean. I just want to make sure that massage feels great for you, and having some empty bowels and a thoroughly clean body will help you enjoy to the max. I see.
I'll make sure I'm completely clean then. Have a nice, hot, relaxing shower. Take as long as you need, and I'll be chilling in my room. Alrighty. I guess I'm gonna do my thing in here and get as clean as I possibly can. Never really thought about it like that, but I suppose I can understand what he means. Not having anything on my mind when he massages me makes plenty of sense. That's not what he was talking about. Time to get clean. Whew, I feel pristine after that. I don't generally spend that long in the shower, but I certainly feel great. I should treat myself to this every now and then, instead of just taking airplane showers all the time. Maybe I should just go to the room like this and surprise him. Woohoo! He could be video chatting with fucking Harvey in there, so I don't know if this would be a good idea, but we got two choices. The first choice is to go in the buff, naked, or to put on underwear before you go in there. What do you think? Alright, we shall go naked. I will. He's totally not going to expect it. He has not seen me completely nude yet. Dozer's back was to you since he was sitting at his computer, so he never knew you entered the room. Hey there. All clear. Oh. Why, hello, good looking. Feeling good? Feeling great. I haven't taken that much time to shower in quite some time, but I'm feeling so relaxed now. Good. He got his eyes traveling down your body slowly, so you stood there and let him take in the sight. Like what you see? Uh-huh, damn right I do. I'm ready to get my hands on you now. What are you waiting for then? Just let me admire the Adonis before me for a moment. I think this is the first time I've gotten to see you fully naked like this. Don't take too long. He ogled you for a moment longer and moved towards you with a devious grin on his face. After a moment, he grabbed you by the arms, lifted you up, and tossed you onto the bed. Get comfortable on your chest. You rolled over onto your stomach, exposing your bare backside to Dozer as he sat down on the foot of the bed. After putting on some music, he turned his attention to you, grabbing your feet first. You buried your face into a pillow and grunted when he pressed his thumb into the arch of your foot. Ah, man, that's the spot. It feels so good. We did a lot of walking today, so I don't doubt it. I should do the same for you. I'm sure your feet would love the attention. I'm alright. It's time for you to relax and let me do all the work. He didn't spend long on your feet before he moved his hands up to your legs. He pushed and pulled and squeezed up and down your calves and then repeated them with your thighs. This feel good too? As always, your hands feel so great. You feel great too. I love getting to feel your body like this. His thumbs pressed up against your butt periodically while he was dragging his thumbs up over your thighs. Both hands slid up over your butt, his fingers hooked down over your side, and his thumbs began to circle around your cheeks. He was gentle with it at first, but you could feel him spreading you apart. He was making your heart race, knowing that if he pushed too far, he'd expose your whole. So, I've been thinking... about what? You glanced over your shoulder and he was staring at your butt. He gave it a firm squeeze, patted it a few times, and looked up to you. How would you like it if I gave you a special massage? What kind of massage would that be? He dragged a finger along the cleft of your rump, grinning all the while. One that only a man could enjoy. What are you gonna do? Do you trust me? I'm completely naked on your bed, Dozer. I trust you. Okay, let's reposition ourselves then. Oh my. There is a CG. Are you okay like this? Yeah, what do you have in mind? Just relax, you'll find out in a moment. I'm gonna give you a massage like no other. I want you to know, though, if I do anything you don't like that makes you uncomfortable, tell me. Okay, well... Okay, I have to describe what's happening in the CG, don't I? Okay, so our main character is laying on his stomach with his butt up in the air, and Dozer's got his hands on his butt with spreading it apart with his fingers really close to the hole. You promise? I'm serious. If at any point you feel unsure, I want you to tell me. I promise. Good. We're gonna take this nice and slow. I'm gonna explore your body a little bit.
Just a note, you're not allowed to touch yourself at all. This is all about you just enjoying the feeling, so just let me take care of you.
You had no idea what he was planning for back there, but you were full of anticipation, wanting to find out. Once again, his hands rubbed over your legs, over your butt, and this time along your back. He pressed his broad digits into your body, massaging along everywhere they traveled. You were beginning to feel relaxed, and your whole body shuddered when his fingers suddenly grazed over your thick. Oh.
That feel nice?
I felt your whole body shake. It was surprising, too. His fingers kneaded your thick, and then traced his fingers down along the underside of your cork. Okay, so, at this point, I can't describe this. I can't narrate this because YouTube does not allow such things. So I'm just going to skip past a little bit. Oh, you're getting fingered now. You are definitely getting fingered now. 2 fingers now. His dick is out. I'm just telling you the stuff that's developing. He just came. The face he made is funny. Yep. We just came too. Okay. We're past it now.
Why don't you sleep? Today's been a busy day and you're not in any condition to do anything else. I'll stay right here with you.
I'm such a mess, though.
We'll take care of it later.
He kissed your cheek and nudged his face softly against yours. Did you, use your cum as lube? He smiled sheepishly, averting his eyes from you.
I got a little carried away. I'm sorry. I'm clean, though. I got tested not too long ago.
Were you serious about filling me to my eyeballs?
that comment about Tokyo, was it too much?
It was corny or it was hot? It was hot. That was pretty hot. It helped push me over, I think.
Yeah? Do you like it when your dragon talks about planting his seed in you?
You sounded like a beast and it turned me on. Okay, we get it. Fuck off. Oh shit.
Oh, Grant. I love you.
What? What'd you just say?
I said that out loud?
Yeah. Do you really?
Yeah, I do. I can't deny it. I know this feeling, and that's what it is. I love you. You're such a special person to me. When I see you, I feel such happiness. When you talk, it makes me smile. When I'm close to you, I feel butterflies in my stomach. When I touch you, it sets my body on fire. Dozer, I'll do anything I can to make you happy. I know I'm not perfect, but I'll try really hard to be better and screw up less.
You saw tears welling up in his eyes when he spoke, and your heart welled up.
And even if you don't feel the same, it's okay. I didn't mean for that to come out, but it just did.
I love you too. I do love you, Dozer.
You do?
Yeah. You make me feel so important, and you've just done so much for me. The way I feel about you, it can't be anything else. Dozer didn't say anything else, but he hugged you tightly into his body, planting his lips on yours with a deep, passionate kiss.
I love you.
He pulled your head against his chest and rested his chin on top of it.
Let's just lay here and enjoy the afterglow now. Let's pretend there's nothing else in the world right now.
With your body being so physically drained, you were quick to fall asleep in the arms of your big kaiju boyfriend. Yawn.